Hello folks, it's the Commodore. Happy 2024. Yes, we finally made it out of 2023 and we're just a few hours into 2024. This is officially Season 1, Episode 1 of the Commodore's Facts and anything else about absolutely nothing. And at the end of each little video, we're going to do an exercise video. Yes, like I said yesterday, fitness is the #1 priority in 2024, according to the Commodore. So, let's get started. As a lot of you know, I am not a computer guy. Never intended to be a computer guy. So, I figured it was time to dial the terminology of computers down to where a lot of us, our age, can understand. So here it goes. First one we're going to talk about is the CPU. If you ever heard someone talk about a CPU unit, it is the central processing unit of a computer. Nah, Commodore says, nah, I don't like that. We're going to dial that down to something that we can totally understand. From now on, the Commodore is renaming it the Chemical Protective Undergarment Unit. Yes, because let me tell you, anybody our age trying to deal with a computer, you better have protective undergarments if you're trying to figure something out. Next one is the modem. Now, from my understanding, the modem is something that transports bits, bytes, little doodads from computer to computer. We're not going to call it the modem anymore. From now on, the Commodore, you write this down. The Commodore says it's a traffic signal device. You bet. You got red, yellow, and green. If your computer's in the red, don't even bother. If it's yellow, probably get close to shutting it down. Green, you can probably still get by. All right. Moving on to number 3. Bits and bytes. Bits and bytes are little computer jargon. It takes a lot of bits to make a byte. Okay, I'm talking out of my head there, but from now on, the Commodore says bits and bytes, that's just a fancy terminology to, let's go to the cookie jar, guys. It's the cookie jar, yes. From now on, if you're talking computers with the Commodore and you're talking bits and bytes, it's a cookie jar. Moving on to number 4. Web cookies. Now this one is an interesting little tidbit. Web cookies. Okay, folks, this one was too easy for me. Web cookies, in the Commodore's world, it's Spider-Man snacks. Okay, pure and simple. So if some computer guru is talking to me about web cookies, they're not web cookies. It's Spider-Man snacks. Next one, moving on to number 5, random access memory. Okay, again, this one was too easy for me. Random access memory for the Commodore is anyone over 50. Yes, so any computer guru that talks to me about random access memory, it's anybody over 50. Okay, moving on to number 6, spam. This was an easy one too, I'm not gonna lie. Spam in the computer world is stuff you don't like. It's like, ugh. Imagine it as icky garbage. Well, spam, according to the Commodore, is something that he totally understands. It's what you put between the sandwich. Absolutely. So you could kind of say it's still kind of garbage. Next thing, moving on to number 7, catch. Spelled C-A-C-H-E. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. But anyway, the Commodore says, if someone is telling you about a catch, nah, we're not talking computers. We're going to go out to the courtyard and we're going to go play ball. Or hide behind home plate. To me, that's a catch. Next one, bandwidth. Bandwidth, I think in the computer world is a certain amount of information in a certain spot. Kind of like so much information between mileposts. Okay, so we gotta dial that down to something that the Commodore understands. Bandwidth to me, if you're talking bandwidth and you're a computer guy and you're talking bandwidth to the Commodore, you're talking about the size of my pants. Yes, that's correct. Absolutely. So, in the Commodore's world, bandwidth is the circumference around your pant size. Number 9, port. Now, I'm guessing in the computer world, a port is something that you probably plug or pull into. All right. Kind of on the same thing here, but the Commodore says, no, we're dialing this way down. A port is where you anchor your ship. So, any computer guys out there that are talking to the Commodore and you're talking ports, I'm saying, let's anchor that baby. And number 10, malware. Okay. Malware, again, is kind of like on the verge of like a virus, I think. It's bad for computers. I came up with 2 things for malware. I couldn't resist. So, if you're a computer person and you're talking to the Commodore, you got to dial it down. Malware is something that you wear to the mall. Or clothes designed specifically for going to the mall. So yeah, Commodore says, malware. If you're talking to me about malware, you're basically telling me it's time to go to the mall. And the last one. No, actually I got 2 more. Number 11, worm. I tell you what, I'm not exactly 100% sure what worm means in the computer world, but if the Commodore, according to the Commodore, if you're a computer tech and you're talking to me about a worm, we're going fishing. We're gonna hooking and fishing. Absolutely. No other way to explain it. And the last one, Trojan. Now this one should be self-explanable even for people my age. A Trojan in the computer world, I honestly have no idea what it is. But if you're talking to the Commodore, a Trojan is a personal protection device. Yeah, I know. Or a fine piece of equipment made to expand. Okay, that's it for computer terminology. Now we're going to end this video with a little bit of exercise, being it's 2024. Absolutely. We started it yesterday on a trial run. I'm going to qualify myself before we start. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a doctor. So please, folks, if anything I do hurts the body while you're going along in the video, please stop. Don't continue. Just sit back, enjoy, and get what this whole program is made to do, is give you a good laugh. So, I think yesterday we did weights, okay? Today we're gonna do squats. Yes, squats. Now, the Commodore might not do squats like 20-year-olds do squats, but we're gonna give it a try. And I've already greased the zerks and oiled the joints, so hopefully everything stays in place. So here we go. We're gonna squat. Ooh, the old legs are just, you can hear them. You probably can hear them over across in New Orleans this morning. They're still partying down there. Bourbon Street's probably full. Okay. And then maybe you just kind of move those arms a little bit. Squat. I think a squat is something you actually have to count to like maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. Anyway, this is like squatting for 50-year-olds and over. If you have your ARP card, you'll understand. Okay. And we're going to wind up the video with just kind of moving the arms, getting the blood flowing, doing the little circly thing. Absolutely. Couple over here on the right, couple over here on the left. Okay. Oh, and then just kind of some stretches. Yes. And then you can take a chair or anything you want, like a wall, and maybe do a little wall kicks. Lift those arms, lift those walls, lift those legs. Lift whatever it is you're lifting this morning. All right. Absolutely. As always, folks, stay safe. Have a happy new year. I hope you got a good laugh out of this. And this is episode 1, scene 1 of the Commodore, coming to you from world headquarters in the upper Midwest. Toodaloo.